Hello everyone, this is Mr. Storm and I'm going to show you how to use Classcraft. This is the first video in probably what's going to be a series that's going to walk you through how to set up your classroom, how to set up different powers and abilities, how it's used in a classroom setting. I'm going to give you some tips on how to use it even if you don't have computers in your class, because it really is set up for all different kinds of environments. So I'm going to go ahead and sign in and take a sip of my coffee while it loads. Oh, all right. And I'm going to sign in with my work email. Okay, so this is my teacher's homepage. Essentially, I have my classes over here on the side. Um, and as you can see, I'm using it for every one of my classes that I teach. And then I've also built this test class that we can use to that I can use to show you kind of how it works. There's all kinds of articles and ads for buying merchandise on the front page. All this is pretty much useless, except for the get started. If you want to watch some videos made by the people who made Classcraft that'll show you essentially the same things I'm going to show you, you can go there. I'm just going to go into my class. This is the test class that I have. When you first open up the game, it'll be on this game dashboard icon, on this game dashboard screen. And you have all of your students here on the side. You can filter it by team, which is a little bit more of an advanced menu. You have more options here. Or you can just list it by students here. Let's talk about this menu first. So this is the character's or this is the student's avatar. So this is Danielle Moratz. I made 3 fake characters, right? So that's her. She's a healer, and she's max level. She has all the abilities here that she can use in class. Then I have David Storm. He is max level as well, and he has all of the abilities, but he is low on AP. So I want to just go ahead and give him some AP. Let's see. Let's just give him 50. Fill up his AP. And then we have Davis Strom. He's a warrior, and he has all the abilities as well, and he's ready to go. So when you open it up, you'll see the characters here and what all the students look like, and they can pick their own gear and whatnot. Here you can do pretty much everything that you would do on that other screen, except you also can indicate people being absent, so that way nothing in the game affects them that day because they're absent. Or you can apply gold or XP or take health away from an entire team at the same time. So yeah, so that's that menu. It's pretty easy to use, and it's just how you can manage students in class. So maybe David Storm keeps disrupting class. I can start taking away XP for disrupting class, or HP for disrupting class. The first thing I do in class every class period is we do a random event, and that event essentially changes the game for that class period in some subtle way. Either it refills all their health, or gives them XP, or makes them do a dance, or whatever silly thing that can happen. So let's find out what our event for this video would be. Alright, so the Horde to arms. Everyone loses 10 HP. Now the important thing to note is that the game doesn't automatically make this happen for you. You have to go in and make it happen in real time. So I'm going to go ahead and -10, and it applies to all of these guys, and we're going to do it. See, and it's that quick, it's that easy. You don't have to, it doesn't take a lot to make this happen. So that's random events. Here I have class content. So these are all my lessons, all the assignments that we would do for an entire semester essentially in my computer technology class, and it's broken down by sections, and I've written these introductions for the sections to, kind of be more fantasy themed and bring kids into the into the tone of the game a little bit. So, like computer basics, a strange old man approaches you with an odd device. It's a rectangle made of obsidian glass, hard and smooth to the touch. The man smiles maniacally as he shoves the device toward you. A blaze of color dances across the screen, and movement gives you a slight headache. What sorcery is this? So I'm just trying to make it more fun and light. And all of my assignments are in here. So let's take a look at, I don't know, say PowerPoint exercise 1, right? So when you click on the assignment, and I can actually make that go away, but when you click on the assignment, it'll bring up the description. So follow the instructions to complete the assignment. I have a tutorial video here showing kids how to do the assignment. And then I also have instructions, slide-by-slide instructions to complete the assignment. I have the starter, the picture that they can download and use, and a little video to put into their PowerPoint slides. And so all the kids would come here, they'd get all the materials they need, and they would upload it here. And I'll show you a student view in another video so you can see what it looks like from their perspective. Down here I've set a due date for when that's due. So this assignment's going to be due 5/4/2017 because this class is kind of being built for next semester. I've applied XP and gold values for turning in the assignment on time, so they get some XP and gold for turning it in on time. And this shield here is an extra 100 XP, 100 gold. That's if their entire team turns in the assignment on time. Then everyone on the team will get double the XP and gold. They'll get some extra bonus. And that just incentivizes kids to turn in assignments. Even if they can't be bothered to do it for their grade, they might want to do it for the extra gold. So it's just an extra incentive to do well. Here I can give feedback on any of the submissions that have come in. I can see who turned it in on time, who turned it in late, where they or what time they handed it in, and I can see the file. I can just pull up the file right here, and then it'll download, and I can open it just like any other file. So yeah, so that's kind of how that works. It's just it takes some time to upload all of these assignments and get them ready, but when it's up, it's done, and you don't have to really do any management or anything. It's pretty easy. All right, so I'm done teaching. We're at the end of class. What I do at the end of every day is I do what's called a boss battle. I call them boss battles, and it's here in the quests menu. I'm going to show you the options you have in the quest menu, and I'll kind of go backward from this menu. So first off, we have the forest run. It's essentially a stopwatch, and it's just a timer. It just counts up, so we can time kids to see how fast they complete a task, whatever we're using this for, and that's fine. And when we're done, we can give XP or gold based on who did well and things like that. So however you want to use that in your class. Let's see, the White Mountain Trek. This is a countdown timer. So it starts at 5 minutes, and it essentially, you can put this up on your screen and show them we have 5 minutes to do this task. When this 5-minute counter is over, then we're going to move on. And then again, you can give XP and gold based on the results of that. I don't really use these too often, but some teachers might use them based on how you manage your class. What I do use every day, though, is Adventures in the Wild. This is something that's really important, and one of the big reasons why I wanted to start using Classcraft. Essentially, you can create a boss battle. So you get a boss, and you can fight that boss using just students in the class or teams, so the teams can answer together. We're just going to go students here and start battle. So the way this works is I will, at the end of class, I will have the students, everyone look at my screen, and we'll do the boss battle. And it randomly pulls up a student. And then they have to stand up. I read the question out loud to them. So the issue was of minute importance. What does minute mean? Timely, major, slight, or spontaneous. And the student has to answer the question. There are some abilities that may help them during boss battles if they get stuck, but for the most part, they have to answer it pretty much on the spot. If they get the answer right, then they do damage to the boss, just like this. And you set all these values, right? So Davis Strom, he's next. What kind of rock is formed when existing rock types are changed by heat and pressure? He doesn't know. He tries and he gets it wrong. He says igneous and it's really metamorphic. So then he takes the damage because he got it wrong. Now this menu right here is a team response menu. It lets the team kind of protect him. If something happens, they can help him out, but none of his teammates can help him, so he's just going to have to take the damage. Which layer of the atmosphere is closest to the Earth, right? So David Storm doesn't know that. He gets that wrong as well. So that's a wrong answer. Now, he only has 20 HP, and he just lost 20 HP, which means he's about to die. He's about to fall in battle. So he can either use Mana Shield to protect himself, or his teammates can use abilities to bring him back. She can revive him. Davis Strom, the warrior, can protect, which means he absorbs that damage instead of his teammate. He's just going to use Mana Shield, which is an ability he has. It's going to use up AP or action points to absorb damage from this attack. So he's going to go ahead and do that. And then he has 4 damage left, which the warrior will protect him and absorb that damage instead. So that's essentially how a boss battle works. The kids get really excited about it, and we're reviewing some pretty awesome concepts, and none of these questions in these boss battles are related to my classroom at all. They're related to standardized test questions that they might be seeing in other classes. So this serves as kind of an extra review for Sage. Law of conference. Right answer. So let's see what happens when we beat the boss. Okay, another vocabulary question. Another science question, Newton's laws. Reveal answer. First law of motion. All right, another vocabulary. This test seems to be pretty science and language arts heavy. I have a lot of math questions as well, which are fun, but they don't seem to be in this boss battle, which is fine. So I've killed him. Now the entire class gets 50 XP and 50 gold for defeating the boss. So like I said, I do that every day, about 10-15 minutes before the end of class. What else? All right, so the Wheel of Destiny. Let's say I'm in the middle of teaching and I want a student to answer a question. I can go to the Wheel of Destiny and have it pick a random player. And then that random player has to answer the question. Or if I want to pick someone to do something, the Wheel of Destiny is great because it takes I guess it takes the malice away from you. Students aren't like, man, you're just picking on me all the time. Well, no, it's a random thing. It's randomly picking you. That's pretty nice. If you use Google Classroom, you can import assignments from Google Classroom to give students XP or take hit points for them turning in assignments late. You can also go in here and import grades manually. So we can do Newtonian physics quiz, and we can give these people point values. So he got a 78, which means he gets 90 XP. David Storm, he's not very smart. He got a 5, which means he loses 55 HP. And this guy, error. Let's see what that error is. Oh, it's because I put an extra so he'll lose 40. And then Davis Strom, he knocked it out of the park. He got 98, so he gets 190 XP. So you can assign HP and XP values based on how well they did on certain assignments, and that's pretty cool too. Then we have the Book of Laments. This is anyone who has died, who has fallen in battle, and their punishment shows up here, which we'll talk about those in another video. We also have announcements where I can make announcements to the whole class or to individual students. You can also make announcements to parents, which I don't have any parents registered because this is a fake class, but I can respond to parents and talk to parents about behavior in class one-on-one. Analytics. These are pretty cool. You can track things that are happening in your class. You can track XP movement, gold movement, and HP in class, and it'll tell you what happened for them to for that change to have happened. So Protect 1, he took a hit from Firestalker. Reward for battle against Firestalker. You know, so it shows you what's happening in real time. And that's pretty cool. So the best way to use this, if you don't have a computer, would be to teach, and while you're teaching, have this kind of pulled up in another tab. And then as things happen, you can go back and forth from your lesson to this and say, you know, David Storm, he just won't stop talking in class. If it gets to be the point where you have to address it, then you would go back over to Classcraft and say, all right, I'm taking some HP because you won't stop talking, right? And then you can put in a description, you know, disruptive, or you can set them as one of these categories here. But you can take HP in real time in class. And that usually, I know that the threat, it may sound dumb to us, you know, hey, I'm taking HP away from your fake character, but these kids really care about it. I've had kids that I've had issues with the whole first semester or first term when I started using this. The threat of taking HP away was, you know, they locked up really quick. So, yeah, that keeps them from some kids. It doesn't work for everyone, but for some kids it really helps with behavior. That's pretty much it for this first video. I don't want it to be too long, so I'm going to go ahead and stop this here, and then I will start up with part 2, and we'll dig in a little bit deeper on some of these concepts. Alrighty, thanks for watching.